Yosemite's monolithic masterpieces and its delicate details are justly celebrated around the world. They are among nature's finest creations. But there are creations of humanity here too that are also celebrated. Places where people stay when they come to Yosemite.
And by far the biggest and most famous of these legendary haunts is right here, the Ahwahnee Hotel. Opened in July of 1927, it was designed to provide first-class accommodations for visitors to the park, to build a constituency of public support for national parks generally, and to fit into Yosemite's natural environment. And so it does.
From the outside and the inside, the Ahwahnee is a sight to behold. It has one of the largest hotel kitchens in the world, and it has rooms with views fit for a queen.
Brett, the Queen had a great view of Yosemite Falls over there.
That's correct. Probably the best in the valley.
The Ahwahnee is grand in every sense of the word.
The oohs and the ahs, literal. I mean, they're just dumbfounded and just mesmerized by the grandness of the Ahwahnee.
Room Operations Director Brett Archer has been working at the Ahwahnee since 1993.
I come through those back dock doors every day and just I'm amazed and just entranced by the tradition I'm responsible for carrying on.
The Ahwahnee's traditions began to take shape in the 1920s when this was a remote location. Simply getting the building supplies over bad roads up to the site was a daunting task.
It was one of the biggest automotive feats in history.
For its time, the Ahwahnee was an immense and innovative piece of architecture.
And so it was also kind of billed as one of the first fireproof hotels because everything you see on the exterior, except the turquoise wooden shutters, is actually granite or concrete stained to look like redwood.
When the Ahwahnee was built, not everybody thought it was a great idea. Some said that John Muir would be gyrating in his grave, that this was inappropriate in a national park, a castle for the elite, not available for the average American.
The dress code back then was ironclad.
Gentlemen in their suits and ties and their top hats, and women in their wonderful gowns.
It was a rule applied to every guest, no exceptions.
The story we like to tell is that when Herbert Hoover had gone fishing for the day, came back with his catch and tried to gain entry into the hotel, the new doorman that had just been hired did not let him in. And they actually had to bring him through the back of the hotel and up the service elevator.
Because he didn't have his tie on.
That's correct.
But all of this has changed over the years. The dress code has been relaxed quite a bit, and you don't have to be wealthy or a paying guest to visit the Ahwahnee.
A little bit different today. We are a National Historic Landmark, and our doors are open to anybody who comes to visit Yosemite.
These days, the hotel is warm and welcoming to everyone, whether you lounge in its spacious lobby, admire the details of its art and architecture, enjoy the vaulted elegance of its dining hall, or stay in one of its comfortable rooms. You never know who you might encounter here. Queen Elizabeth visited Yosemite in 1983 and stayed in this very room on her own private floor.
Well, not only did she have the entire floor, she had the entire hotel.
The whole hotel?
The whole hotel, correct.
But not all VIPs at the Ahwahnee have been given the royal treatment.
In the 1950s, after dinner, there was some complaints from the guest rooms above that there was some wild piano playing and singing going along. And management came out and investigated. It was actually Judy Garland doing the singing and Lucille Ball playing the piano. Now, I know I wouldn't want that duty of having to tell Judy Garland to have to stop singing.
The Ahwahnee seems to be growing organically from the valley floor, becoming a legend worthy of its place in nature.